All right, here's the latest involving Bill Belichick, Jordan Hudson, his woman, and the media. I was told the University of North Carolina has mandated that Belichick hire an experienced public relations person to work with him within the athletic department structure, in addition to football stuff, non-football media stuff. In essence, the babe has been benched by the University of North Carolina. Now, he's not responded yet, but they did an intervention demoting Jordan Hudson. They found out that she not only sent a hostile email to the president of CBS News over the interview on CBS Sunday Morning that we all talked about last week, she also sent a hostile note to the editor and publisher of the Boston Globe about their book review of Belichick's just recently released book, The Art of Winning. You think the Boston Globe is going to read or listen or react to her? She's going to tell them what to write in a book review, just like she was going to tell the CBS anchor what to ask and not ask. We're not talking about that. And I swear to you, John, because I live this world, I know my media world. CBS, after taking all that crap, she interfered 8 times in 35 minutes and then delayed it for 30 minutes in an argument. CBS decided to include her in the Belichick interview so everybody saw what Bill's babe was trying to do to the content of the interview. I swear to you that was the payback. And the national media just piling on. I read the New York Times, Boston Globe, San Francisco Examiner or Chronicle, all had different reviews. None of them were positive towards Belichick. And this whole thing here, now everybody's doing a dive into Belichick's past and her past. Belichick dated 3 different women after he divorced his long-term wife. She was dating a 64-year-old man, dumped him to go to the 73-year-old Belichick.
Oh, my God.
Now, you want to take my opinion and connect the dots on the rest of the story?
Right.
She's got money everywhere. Money from the first guy she was with, obviously Belichick's money. She spent $8 million in 3 weeks to buy 2 homes in Boston and 1 out on Cape Cod. She's 24, a former cheerleader. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Patriot players on social media, they're just destroying Belichick's relationship with his woman. They can't believe that Belichick is doing this. They think that Belichick's curmudgeon approach to doing the CBS interview was a combination of anger, embarrassment, and response to being blackballed out of the National Football League. You think he's going to get any good reviews from anybody? This whole idea that she could control the media in the interview session is going to destroy this book. You're going to pay $35 to read that? Now, by the way, book reviews just came out, and they are writing, this is the dark side of Belichick. Amongst the quotes, Belichick says, football's like a math equation. You can solve it, with the exception being Tom Brady. And that Belichick, over the course of his run in New England, was not interested in any of the players' catchphrases. Don't talk to me about your potential. Don't talk to me about your injuries. Don't talk to me if you've been out drinking in a bar the night before practice and you cramp up. Just do your damn job. And this went on and on and on to the point football was no longer fun in New England. Do you know that there's no reference to Kraft and the Patriots in the book? No reference to the first head coaching job, Modell and the Browns. It was a disaster in Cleveland. And no mention about him walking out on the Jets, the Giants, and Parcells in the book. It's just his philosophy of what he thinks, etc. So it's not a tell-all book. It could have been, I think it could have potential to be just spectacular, but we're not talking about that, according to Jordan Hudson. John, it's absolutely staggering, the response that is just piled on top of the pile. And now North Carolina has done an intervention, and she is not going to be part of him as it relates to the operation of the North Carolina football program. There you go.
Holy crap. Yeah, so let's pretend for a minute that this Jordan Hudson woman didn't exist. And he comes out with a book, as you described, talking about his philosophy and, football's an equation, only Tom Brady can solve it. In his regular curmudgeon self, I mean, that has some legs. I mean, that's marketable. That's part of the Belichick brand. But now this woman rolls in and you say she's buying $8 million, buying 2 houses on Cape Cod, 3 houses. This just destroys everything we've known about Bill Belichick. It's turned him into a cartoon, like a pathetic. We have sympathy for him in a way.
No, I don't think anyone's got sympathy for the hoodie.
Well, I don't know. I mean, she's spending his money, right, on these houses. So, I mean, this guy could get taken to the cleaners. I mean, granted, I mean, I understand the young woman and how enticing that might be and put a smile on your face every night, but come on, man. I mean, so did UNC is the one that demoted him, not Belichick?
No, they did an intervention. But they've said you will hire a public relations expert with experience, and he will handle all your work within the North Carolina football program, appearances, interview requests, etc. And he will take over your book tour.
Well, okay. And does that mean when he's on the practice field, she's still going to be like his wingman, running around in her little hot pants?
Hot pants and, the leather boots up to the knee.
I mean,
cartoon.
It is. I mean, the sex must be great. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
You
this
said
whole
it.
thing. I know I said it, but that's what we all are thinking.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that's where we are on the Belichick thing. I told you the story was going to go on and grow, et cetera, et cetera. And just the way he acted for such a long period of time in the NFL, he was just so hard to deal with. Although I interviewed him 4 or 5 times and I found him fascinating, but I didn't have to deal with the crap day after day after day. I just think everybody that he's offended, and the line goes from here out to area code 617 in Boston. Man, those people are just piling on. Payback. It is absolutely amazing. And by the way, there's a football season for him to coach. That's going to be intriguing too.
That's going to be weird. Yeah. I mean, it'll be like Colorado and Coach Prime. It'll be must-see TV.
Okay, that's all things Belichick. You got a comment about the hoodie, Bill and the Babe, Fans Forum chat box. Should I use the term, leave no stone unturned? Tell us what you think. You want to throw rocks, throw rocks. That's why we're doing the Fans Forum part.